Hello, dear students. So now today we would move ahead in the chapter number that is second, playing with numbers, class 6 mathematics. So here today the first question that we would discuss is what are the prime numbers, and list all the prime numbers between 1 and 30. So first, what are prime numbers? So if I just want to tell you about the prime numbers. So what are prime numbers? So the numbers with only two factors. About factors and multiples already you have been told. So the numbers which are having only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself, would be called as the prime number. Okay, so what are prime numbers? Means the number with only two factors, that is the number, that is 1 and the number itself. Okay, so there will be only two factors of that number. Like suppose I'm just giving the example 5 here. So if you check the factors of 5, so you would find only two factors of 5. Okay, means the number which are dividing 5. What are the numbers which are dividing 5? 5 is divisible by 1 and 5 is divisible by 5 itself. Okay, so only these could be the factors of 5. Okay, so 5 would be a prime number. So what are prime numbers? The numbers with only two factors, that is two factors are, what are the factors? First would be 1 and second one would be the number itself. Okay, so the numbers with only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself, would be called as the prime numbers. Okay, now you have to write the prime numbers between 1 and 30. Now you have to tell me what could be the smallest prime number. Can it be 1? No, it cannot be 1. 1 is not a prime number. 1 is having only one factor. Okay, we need two factors, a number with only two factors, not less than that, not more than that. Okay, a number with only two factors would be called as the prime number. So what could be the smallest prime number? Can you tell me the smallest prime number? It cannot be 1, rather it would be 2. So 2 is the smallest prime number. So what is the smallest prime number? That is 2. 2 is the smallest prime number. Then after this we have the number 3. Then after this we have the number 5, not 4. 4 is having more than two factors. Look here, if you check the factors of 4, 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 2, 4 is divisible by 4 itself. So you have three factors of 4. So 4 cannot be the prime number. Okay, the numbers with only two factors would be called as the prime number. So 2, 3, 5, then we have the next 7, then we have 9. No, 9 cannot be. 9 is also having more than two factors. So it would be 11. So rest you have to write on your own. So these are called the prime numbers. So the smallest prime number is 2. Okay, and one more thing, let me tell you, 2 is the only prime number which is even. Rest of the prime number, wherever you would find, all the prime numbers are what? 2 is the smallest even prime number. Are you getting this? And the rest of the prime numbers are odd here. Only 2 is the number which is prime as well as even. That you have to understand. Okay, rest of the prime numbers are not even. Okay, so all the prime numbers are even, leaving 2. So 2 is the only prime number which is even. That also you have to understand. Okay, now we would write the definition of the prime numbers. Now this is the definition which you have to write. Prime numbers. Prime numbers mean the numbers with only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself, are called prime numbers. 2 is the smallest prime number, as well as 2 is the only even prime number also. Okay, now the second question was there, list all the prime numbers between 1 and 30. So these are all the prime numbers between 1 and 30. Okay, are you getting this? Just note it down, then we would move ahead. Now the next thing we would study is the composite number. So what are composite numbers? Can a composite number be odd also? Yes. So now see, what are composite numbers? Means the number which are not prime. The numbers which are not prime are called composite number. What does this mean? Means the number which are having more than two factors. Are you getting this? Numbers which are having more than two factors would be called as the composite number. So what are the composite numbers? The numbers with more than two factors are called composite numbers. Okay, and the numbers with only two factors would be known as the what? Prime numbers. Okay, so this is the difference between prime and composite numbers. Means the number which are not prime, you can call them as composite number also. Okay, do not count their one. Okay, means the number with only two, with more than two factors would be called as composite number, and the number with only two factors are prime numbers. Okay, so this is about the composite number. Now next is, can a composite number be odd also? So yes, can a composite number be odd? Yes, just as I have told you, numbers with more than two factors. So there can be odd number also. Then like we have 9 there. So 9 is an odd number. 9 is odd number. But if you see the factors of 9, the factors of 9 are 1 divisible by 1, divisible by 3, and divisible by 9 itself. So the 9 is having more than two factors. So 9 would be a composite number here, as well as it is also an odd number. Okay, so yes, a composite number can be odd number also, as well as even number also. Even number are always composite numbers, you can say, just leaving 2. Okay, 2 is even number, but it is not a composite number. That you have to understand. Okay, 2 is an even number, but still it is not a composite number. And leaving 2, the rest of the even numbers are composite numbers. Whether you take 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all these numbers are composite numbers, and even number also. So all the even numbers are composite number, except 2. Are you getting this? Yes. So now we would write the definition of composite number. Now this is the definition of composite numbers. So what are composite numbers? That is, the numbers with more than two factors are called composite numbers. Okay, that we have already discussed. All even numbers are composite number except 2. So 2 is even number, but it is not a composite number, rather it is a prime number here. Okay, so next question was there, can a composite number be odd also? Yes, a composite number can be odd also. Example here is 9. So 9 is an odd number, as well as it is a composite number also. Why? Because it is having more than two factors. Okay, just note it down. Now the next thing that we are to discuss is, what are twin primes? Write all pairs of twin primes between 50 and 100. So now let's talk about the twin primes. Okay, so two prime numbers. Let's say, suppose we have two prime numbers. Here one is 2, other one is 3, and one more set of prime numbers I am taking, that is, one is 3, another one is 5. Okay, so now you see a difference here. Two numbers are said to be twin primes. Okay, two numbers are said to be twin primes if what? If there is only one composite number between them. If between them there is only one composite number, not more than one. Okay, if there is only one composite number between them, you would call such numbers as twin primes. Okay, like you see here, this is 3 and 5. So what is the number between 3 and 5? The number is 4 here. What is the number between 3 and 5? 3, 4, 5. So the number between 3 and 5 is 4. There should be only one number. Remember this. You cannot take here two number gap. Okay, only one number gap should be there. Okay, so these 3 and 5, they have the number between, that is 4 here. And you see this 4 is a composite number. Why composite? Because this 4 is having more than two factors. Are you getting this? So 4 is a composite number. So two prime numbers having one composite number between them would be called as twin primes. So 3 and 5 are twin primes. Are you getting this? Why they are twin primes? Because both of these are prime numbers, as well as they have a composite number between them. Only one composite number should be there. Remember this. Okay, so two numbers are said to be twin primes if they have only one composite numbers between them. So here you can see these 3 and 5, the both are prime numbers, and they have one composite number in between, that is 4. Okay, so you call 3 and 5, the set of number 3 and 5 as twin primes. But you cannot say 2 and 3. These are not twin primes. Why? Because 2 is also prime, 3 is also prime, but between them there is no such number which is a composite number. So is there a number between 2 and 3? No. So there should be a number between 2 and 3 that should be composite also. Okay, so 2 and 3, they do not have a composite number gap between them. So you can see 2, after 2 what comes after 2? That is 3. So there is no gap between these two numbers. Okay, and the number which is coming in between should be a composite number also. So 2 and 3 is not a set of twin prime, rather 3 and 5, 3 comma 5. So this, it's a set of twin prime. You would call 3 and 5 as twin primes. Similarly, we have the next example here, like suppose like 5, 6, 7, 5 comma 7. So 5 comma 7, again it's a twin primes. These are twin primes. Why? Because between 5 and 7 there is one number, that is 6. You could see here between 5 and 6 there is one number 6, and this 6 is what? This 6 is composite number. Why? Because it is having more than 2 factors. Okay, so that is why 6 is composite number and 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So you would call 5 and 7 as twin primes. So 5 and 7 are twin primes, 3 and 5 are twin primes. And any other number? Yes, can you tell me any other number? Yes, 11 and 13, these are also twin primes. Why? Because if you would see, there is a gap of one composite number between them. After 11 there, what comes after 11? There is 12. So 12 is a composite number because 12 is having more than 2 factor. So 12 is a composite number. So there is a one composite number gap between 11 and 13, and both are prime. Both should be prime. Remember this. Both the numbers should be prime, and there should be one composite number gap between them. Then both the numbers would be called as twin primes. So 11 and 13 are twin primes. Okay. So this is all about the twin primes. The next question here, you have to write all the all the twin primes between 50 and 100. You have to write all the twin primes between 50 and 100. So this is the next question. Okay, so now we would write the definition of twin primes. Now this is the definition of twin primes. Two prime numbers are said to be twin primes if there is only one composite number between them. Examples are here 3 comma 5 and 5 comma 7, etc. So these are all the set of twin primes. Okay, now you have to write all the pairs of twin primes between 50 and 100. So between 50 and 100, if you could see, there are only two sets of twin primes, that is 59 and 61, and the 71 and 73. Rest are not the set of twin primes there. Okay, only two set of twin primes are there between 50 and 100, that is 59 and 61 and 71 and 73. Can you tell me other number also? Yes, if you see 51 and 53 can be the set of twin prime. Just tell me example. 51 and 53. More than 50 it is 51 and 53. If you see 51 and 50, there is 52 between them. So 52 is composite number. But 51 is also not a prime number. 51, both the numbers should be prime number. Then you would call these numbers as twin primes. Here both the numbers should be prime number. 51 is not a prime number here. So you cannot write 51 and 53 as a set of twin primes. Okay, so only two sets you will get between 50 and 100, and these are 59 and 61 and 79 and 73. Only these two sets of twin primes are there between 50 and 100. So note it down. And now the next thing that we would study here is coprime. What are coprime numbers? Okay, so let me tell you, two numbers are said to be coprime if they do not have any common factor other than 1. Okay, two numbers are there if they have only one common factor, and that is 1 only, then you would call such numbers as coprime. Let's take some examples here. I'm writing some example: 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 4 6. Okay, so some examples I have taken. So let's check whether these are the pair of coprimes or not. So two numbers are said to be coprime. Okay, in case of the previous one, in case of the twin primes, there should be a gap of composite number, but here it is not necessary. Okay, it is not necessary that there should be a gap of composite number. There can be gap also, there cannot be a gap also. Okay, it is not the necessary condition here. But one more thing. If you check the factors of both 2 and 3 and you find out the common factors, you would get only one common factor, and that is 1 only. Let's check the factor of 2 and 3. What are the factors of 2 here? Factors of 2 are 1, 2. And what are the factors of 3? Factors of 3 are 1, 3. And what is the common factor here? Common factor is 1 here also, 1 here also. So you would get here common factor as 1. So in each case, you would get 1 as common factor. Let's check 3 and 4. Look here. What are the factors of 3? 1, 3. What are the factors of 4? Factors of 4 are divisible by 1, divisible by 2, divisible by 4. So here again you would get only one common factor, and that is 1 here. So it means 3 and 4 are also co-primes. Okay. Let's check for 4, 5. What are the factors of 4? What? Divisible by 1, divisible by 2, and divisible by 4. Factors of 5, divisible by 1, divisible by 2, divisible by 5 and. Okay. So here again you would get only one common factor, that is 1. So here hence 4 and 5 are also co-primes. 5 and 6, here again you would get factors of 5 are 1, 5, and factors of 6 are, what are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3, 6. Again you would get only one common factor. What is the common factor between 5 and 6? That is 1. 1 here also, 1 there also. So means the common factor is only 1 here. Means only 1 should be the common factor. There cannot be 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay. There should be only one common factor, and that is 1 here. Are you getting this? Yeah. So you would call again 5 and 6 as set of co-primes. Now let's check for 4 and 6. These all are co-primes. Now let's check for 4 and 6. If you check the factors of 4, these are 1, 2, 4. If you check the factors of 6, these are 1, 2, 3, 6. Now if you check the common factor between 4 and 6, these are 1 also common, 2 is also common factor. So you would not call 4 and 6 as co-prime. Why? Because both of these numbers have more than one factor common here. There should be one common factor, and that is 1 only. That is, only 1 should be the common factor here. But here you are getting 2 also as the common factor. Okay. So it means 4 and 6 are not set of co-primes. Okay. So you would not write this. So these are the examples of co-primes. Okay. One more thing. Are co-primes always prime? In case of twin prime, we have discussed that both the numbers should be prime. Like suppose 3 and 5 are twin primes. Condition, both 3 and 5 should be prime number, and one more condition, that there should be a gap of a composite number. So then you would call these numbers as twin primes. But this is not necessary condition in case of co-prime. You can call these also co-prime. Why? Because factors of 3 and factors of 5, you would get only one common factor, that is 1 here. So 3 over 5 twin prime as well as co-prime also. Okay. And the condition for co-prime is, this is not the condition for means the condition which was there in the twin prime. This condition is not necessary here. Okay. Condition is twin prime was both the numbers should be prime, but here both the numbers can be prime also. Remember, both the numbers can be prime also, or one number can be even also. Here in this example you are getting one number even, one number odd. Okay. But both the numbers cannot be even. Just remember this. Both the numbers cannot be even. But one number can be even, one number can be odd, or both the numbers can be odd also. Then you would call such numbers as co-primes. Hope you are getting this. Okay. So co-prime numbers are the numbers which have only one as the common factor. Okay. And this is not necessary condition that both the numbers should be prime. One number can be even also, and one number can be odd also. But both the numbers cannot be even. But in that case, that would not remain as co-prime, because you would get one more common factor, that is 2 then. Are you getting this? Yeah. So the condition necessary is both the numbers can be prime. One number can be even, one number can be odd also. Okay. But both the numbers cannot be even. This is the condition for co-primes. Okay. So now we would write the definition of co-primes. And now this is the definition of co-primes. Two numbers are said to be co-primes if they do not have any common factor other than 1. Okay. Then you would call such numbers as co-prime. You have the 5. You have to write 5 pairs of co-prime that we have written: 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7. Okay. And two co-primes need not be both prime numbers, because both can be prime also. Both one can be prime and other can be even number also, or composite number also. Okay, that is also that is not the necessary condition that both should be prime here. Okay, one can be composite and one can be prime also here. Like here 5 comma 6, 6 is composite, 5 is prime, but both have only one common factor here, that is 1. Similarly here also. Okay, so these are some examples of co-primes. Okay, then see you in the next episode. Stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.